Italian game. E4, E5, move 2, knight to F3, knight to C6, move 3, bishop to C4. The Italian game is one of the oldest openings in chess and has been around for centuries. This classical E4 opening can lead to slower and professional games as well as open tactical battles. Although very common among beginners, the Italian game is a part of the repertoire of players of every level. Starting position. The Italian game starts after the move E4, E5, knight to F3, knight to C6, bishop to C4. White develops their kingside pieces sensibly, and the knight controlling the center, and the bishop attacking the weak F7 pawn through the central D5 square. This is the starting position of the Italian game. With this opening, White follows the basic opening principles of fighting for the center and taking care of the king's safety. From there, the game can evolve into either tactical or positional struggles. Pros: natural play, focus on the center, rapid development. Cons: the bishop on C4 might be exposed. Black's center is not under immediate pressure. Variations: as an opening that has been around since the 1500s, masters studied the Italian game intensely throughout the ages. Below, you can see the main variations of this opening. Guccio piano. The most popular variation of the Italian game is the Guccio piano, which starts after E4, E5, knight F3, knight to C6, and bishop to C4, and then bishop to C5. The name of this line is an Italian expression that can translate to soft game or slow game, indication that this variation often leads to positional games. Despite its name, White can force a more open game by playing move 5, D5, and entering the center attack variation. The Guccio pianissimo. The Guccio pianissimo, as the name suggests, tends to lead to a very slow game. The D2, D3 push characterizes this variation and can happen either through E4, E5, knight to F3, knight to C6, bishop to C4, bishop to C5, D3, or through E4 to E5, knight to F3, knight to C6, bishop to C4, bishop to C5, C3, knight to F6, D3. White keeps the center closed and favors a more positional game. Evans Gambit. Popularized by Captain W.D. Evans and used extensively by Paul Morphy, the Evans Gambit is suitable for the aggressive player of white, gives up a wing pawn to develop quickly, and creates a dangerous attack on the enemy king. This variation adds spice to the slower Guccio piano after the moves e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to c4, bishop to c5, and bishop or move 4, b1. I mean, or move 4, b4. Although not common at the highest levels, the Evans Gambit is one of the best scoring lines among beginner and intermediate players. How to play against the Italian opening. The Italian game is not one of the most challenging openings to deal with on black side. The Guccio piano main lines. The black player who enjoys positional game can count on the main lines of the Guccio piano for a balanced game. Black wins 30% of the games, draws 33%, and loses 36% in this line. A more than satisfactory result. Note that if black chooses this line, they should be prepared for the Evans Gambit. The main line of the Italian game will give black a good game. Evans Gambit decline. Although black can accept the gambit and still get a good game, the Evans Gambit decline variation scores the best, with 40% of the games ending in wins, 23% draws, 36% losses. Black stands very well after e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to c4, bishop to c5, b4, bishop to b6. The black player can also rejoice at the fact that this variation scores remarkably well among non-professional players. The history of the Italian game. The Italian game is one of the oldest openings in chess, with Italian masters adopting and studying it as early as the 16th century. Notably, Gil Polero analyzed it in his codexes, Perdomo Daniel in his 1512 Questo Libro e degli Partiti, and later Gioacchino Greco in his manuscripts. The opening remained popular throughout the ages, appearing consistently in top-level play. Nowadays, elite players like GM, Anish Giri, Wesley So, and Maximum Vercher Lagrave are still employing the Guccio piano regularly with the white pieces. Famous games. As expected of an opening that survived for so long, there are several famous examples of the Italian game. Below you can see 4 illustrated examples of this type of opening. Anderson versus Dufresne, 1852. The Evergreen Game. Steinitz versus von Baudelaire-Bon, 1895. Carlson versus Nakamura, 2011. Gary Kasparov versus Lautier, 1994. Conclusion. You now know what the Italian game is, its main variations, how to play it, how to play against it, its history, and more.